Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Director Watch, an AwardsWatch podcast that attempts to get inside the mind of cinema's greatest auteurs and explore what drives them. And maybe we go on a few unrelated tangents along the way. I'm Ryan McQuade, the executive editor here at AwardsWatch, and joining me, as always, is the rhythm of the night, my co-host, Jay Ledbetter.
I'm glad you led with that, Ryan, because one thing I do want to litigate with this episode is what film from the late 90s featuring an iconic dance song is better. Is it Beau Travail, the film we're talking about today, or is it A Night at the Roxbury?
Oh, this is a good question.
Yeah. Which movie is better?
Which movie is better?
Where was Night at the Roxbury on the Sight and Sound list?
It was actually number one.
It was number one?
Yeah, it was a typo.
I feel like I would have remembered that.
Well, Jean Dillman was there, but like right under it was like, but because we want to, we want to preserve the right of cinema, we can't say it's Night at the Roxbury, but really it is Night at the Roxbury.
I do consider Night at the Roxbury sort of a sister film to Jean Dillman in many ways.
Well, that movie is about like a woman's journey through, life, and that one's about two dudes.
It is about sexism from the perspective of the men.
Yeah,
right.
Which is like very rare.
Trying to pigeonhole women into unfair roles in the world of dance clubbing,
and just bopping along through life. Yeah, it's a great
Catan.
Catan looking like Catan could have probably been in this movie today, right? As Mongo from SNL.
Mango.
Yeah, Mongo, however you want to say it.
Yeah, I don't know. Great bit in Nope, though.
Great bit in Nope. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah. What are we here to talk about today, Jay?
We're talking Beau Travail, very important film.
Very important film.
I believe the second highest rated on the Sight and Sound 2022 poll that we've covered.
The number two?
The second highest that we have covered, because we covered Tokyo Story, which is number 4 on the critics poll. This is way down the list at number 7 of all time.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we're just knocking out the whole list. What's the list again?
You want the 10?
I just want the 10.
All right, we'll do it real quick.
Give me the 10.
On the critics list, we got Jean Dillman, number 1.
Yeah.
Vertigo, Citizen Kane.
Heard of him?
Tokyo Story, In the Mood for Love, 2001.
Oh, interesting.
Beau Travail, Mulholland Drive, Man with a Movie Camera, going way back.
Hey.
And then Singing in the Rain.
Singing in the Rain. Where's Godfather again?
Godfather,
like 52?
I only have the 10 in front of me. I don't know.
Okay, well, it's a real goddamn shame that movie is not that high. It's a great movie.
You think The Godfather's that good?
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. Like one of the greatest movies of all time, kind of thing. Should be at least in the 15.
It's a pretty original take of you.
Yeah, you know what?
By you. It's number 12.
It's pretty brave, actually. What was 11?
Sunrise, A Song of Two Humans film. Definitely have not seen. That's a F.W. Murnau film from 1927.
Okay, all right. Well, yes, we are here to talk about the second.
It's ahead of The Searchers, for whatever that counts for.
Yeah. I mean, Searchers is a good movie. It's not for its best, but it's a good movie. We're here to talk about Beau Travail, second film in our Claire Denis movie series. But Jay, we're not here to do it alone.
Thank God.
No, we have to recruit.
We need a whole legion.
Yeah, we need a lot of men to do this show, and I couldn't think of more a manly man to have on the Beau Travail episode than our editor-in-chief, Erik Anderson. Welcome back, Erik, to Director Watch.
Hey, girls, what's up?
You want to go to the club?
Speaking of Night at the Roxbury, yes, absolutely. Yes, Beau Travail, or as I like to call it, nice work.
Yeah. Nice work. Good job.
Good job, everyone.
Translations.
Nice work if you can get it.
Oh,
that would be a cool name for this movie.
Yeah.
Nice work if you can get it.
Nice work if you can get it.
Exactly.
That feels like the title of a
can get it. So
that sounds like a title of a
that would be
movie.
They should do it like Dr. Strangelove style.
What?
Nice work if you can get it, or
all of these men can get it.
All of these men can get it.
That's my
the ballad of all the men getting it. There you go.
Or what if
run a train on me, dreams.
Yep. What if the fellas hung out shirtless together all the time and secretly wanted to kiss each other?
Mm-hmm.
Or not so secretly.
It's just guys being dudes.
It's what we do.
Being dudes.
It's what we do on this Zoom every time the three of us are together. So it's no different that someone would make a movie about that. You know,
what you guys don't see, because there's never video, is that Jay is shirtless right now and kind of always is on every one of these pods.
Him just being shirtless only is actually a bonus, because sometimes it's the other way around. You know, so
Donald Duck it.
He's Donald Ducking it a lot. Winnie the Poohin.
Yep.
You know, so Erik,
great start to the.
Has it been? This is the first time since Showgirls.
Yeah, and it kind of feels the same.
It kind of feels the same, right? So that was maybe
just waiting for Madonna to enter the chat. So
you want to talk about it? You want to do it now?
I'm just.
How is she doing in 1999? How is she doing?
Erik, speaking of Showgirl, what do you think of the new T Swift though?
Okay, so we're not going to do that.
We're not doing that today.
That is a tangent that we are not going down.
Yeah,
I'm taking the other fork.
No, that's
okay,
Jay. That's a bad question to start off with. I mean,
I think it actually would be a great question, and it would make it our longest episode ever.
No, but I did want to ask Erik, if you're going to bring up the Madonna thing, is where was she at in 1999? Because he knows the answer to this. At least
1999 was a really great year for Madonna because
of course, it was pre-2000.
It was her. I'm just going to pretend that Jay is not even here. That was
fair. What's what the listeners do?
That was her Grammy year. That was
okay.
She won 4 Grammys for Ray of Light, which was the album that came out the year before. So this was an enormous, successful year for her. One of many that she has had. Highly successful.
You don't need
best-selling artist in the world. So
you were doing good, and
snubbed
then
for Neil Young for a needle drop in this movie. They picked Neil instead.
You know, you can't win them all.
Well, neither is Neil Young. He lost an Oscar to Bruce Springsteen. We've talked about that in the past.
He did.
Yes,
he was robbed,
and he lost a lot of money because he took his music off Spotify.
Yes, he did.
Which was a cool thing.
It was a cool move. Neil Young, pretty cool guy. I don't know.
I'm sure he's absolutely insufferable in person, but he's got values. That's for sure.
Well, he's rocking in the free world.
He did also beat Madonna in '89 for the MTV Video of the Year.
For an award.
I was like, man, not cool, Neil.
Not cool, Neil. Calm down. Shit. Like, my God. Better phrasing there, Erik. My God.
That was a whole sentence, and I didn't have like a dramatic pause.
I know, but it also felt like you just set up a great episode of Celebrity Deathmatch right there.
This just in: Neil Young beats Madonna.
Tell me that wouldn't be
11.
Tell me that wouldn't be a variety headline though. Like, tell me that wouldn't just be like straight up.
I don't know. I think in '99, at the height of her like
Billboard
muscle bound, litheness, she would have beaten the shit out of that motherfucker.
Yeah. Who do you think Neil Young could take now? Like, he's probably taking out Mumford & Sons, right?
Who could he beat up now?
Yeah.
Maybe like Ruby D.
Isn't Ruby D dead?
That's why.
There we go. Shout out Ruby D.
Mm-hmm.
Does Neil Young have an Oscar?
No, he does not.
He does not. He should
beat Diane Warren.
Don't do it, Jay.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think so. He's not that popular.
Oh, you mean physically?
Oh, well.
No, I think Diane Warren kick his ass. She's got like.
I think so too.
She's got the power. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She has chutzpah.
This is an episode about one of the best movies we've ever talked about.
Yeah, that's true. We should probably talk about it.
Hopefully, that's what this is about.
Erik, Claire Denis. You talk about Claire Denis with us.
Not Denis Villeneuve.
No, we
Claire
already did that
Denis.
series, and you were on that one for Prisoners, and we talked about that mid movie then, but we're not going to talk about a mid movie today.
Wow.
Okay? It is a mid movie. We established that. We did.
Jake Gyllenhaal's never done a mid movie. Every movie he's in is an A.
I'm pretty sure he's about to do another, just string of mid movies. He's been doing them for the last 5 years.
When are we covering Prince of Persia?
Yeah.
Who directed that one?
Who did that one, Erik?
I'm just waiting for that movie to
get the Criterion Collection release,
the revisit, and the honor and respect that it deserves.
Do you want the culture to reappropriate it, much like what Jake did in that movie?
I'm not really about reappropriation.
Directed by Mike Newell.
Yeah,
Mike Newell.
How did that happen?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Jay, read out the credits for Mike Newell if people out there don't know who Mike Newell is.
I mean, his biggest credits: 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Yeah.
Mona Lisa Smile, Donnie Brasco, Pushing Tin, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Yeah.
And then I guess based off of that, he got Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, which I'm seeing here made, oh my God, $700 billion. Actually, honestly, that movie made $336 million.
On a what budget?
On a big budget, 150 to 200 listed.
Yeah, see, that's not that bad.
It pushed even, right?
Nobody was like super pissed off about it.
Well, they were because they didn't make more of them. So
and then, that was one of those things.
What did he do after that? What has Newell done after that?
He did Great Expectations with, I don't know anything about this one.
Olivia Colman,
Robbie Coltrane, Helena Bonham Carter, Ray Fiennes.
Oh. Okay. Who else? What else has he done?
This feels like something that someone who hates British people would call a movie. The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society.
Isn't that based? It's based on like a novel, if I'm not mistaken. I think.
Yeah,
it's adjacent to the Best Exotic Marigold hotel.
I was
right next door.
I thought it was like adjacent to that Julianne Moore movie where she was
Glenn
in like
Powell is in it.
Wasn't there one where she was like in a pie competition, or she was like a house? She was like a, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Yeah, there's like that one.
The Connecticut movie.
Yeah,
Ohio.
Yeah,
it's
Ohio. Yeah, it's something about Ohio and
yes.
pie, and she looks like they took all the stolen costumes from Far From Heaven and made a much worse movie.
Yes, it's not her best 1950s housewife movie.
Yeah.
He is currently making his first movie since the Peel Pie Society film, starring Joan Collins and Isabella Rossellini.
Jesus.
The Later Years of Wallace Simpson.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I'll be watching the Madonna movie W.E. in preparation for this.
The prize winner of Defiance, Ohio was the name.
Yeah,
of
that's the one.
Directed by Jane Anderson.
Oh, I must know her because we have the same last name.
I mean, you might. Jane Anderson, the writer of the miniseries Olive Kittredge, which was
good show.
Good show.
Richard Jenkins, good actor.
Where the hell is Richard Jenkins at? That's actually a very good question. Ryan,
I have him on speed dial, so I'm gonna
that would be great. Also, shout out to A24. You have a Richard Jenkins. Still have a Richard Jenkins interview that I did with him for a movie called The Humans. Never got it. Just gonna put that out there. If anybody at A24, look in your servers. Never got that audio. Never got that video. It lost in the ether. And ever since then, so has Richard Jenkins been in cinema. Anyway, Erik. Claire Denis.
A very serious filmmaker.
A very serious filmmaker. No more of these shenanigans that Erik brings out of us. We're such a serious podcast, and then Erik shows up.
I don't know why you have to genderize it like that. Shenanigans. What if it's they, them agains?
Oh, my God.
Way to get us back on track, Erik.
Way to get us back. See what I mean, folks? The shenanigans right here. Anyway, Erik, your relationship with Claire Denis. I'd love to
That's
know.
private.
Well, it's going to be public now, motherfucker. Okay. And I'd like to know when you were first introduced to her films and what they mean to you and what you love so much about her work, because I know that you've seen a lot of her films, and we will talk about specifically this one, which I know is one of your favorites. Not spoiling anything there. If anybody wants to know about these two gentlemen's like minor thoughts on Beau Travail, you can have done that last year when we did the 99 draft, or the 99 retrospective episode, not a draft, retrospective episode, but still, nonetheless, Erik, your thoughts on Claire Denis as a filmmaker?
I love Claire Denis as a filmmaker. I think she's kind of one of those funny French stodgy kind of filmmakers, which is fun. I actually like that.
I like the word stodgy. That's a good one.
Yeah, she is. She's a little looser now, but still in a really funny kind of just French way of just, why would I do that? I love that. I think when I think about when I was introduced to her first, I'm not positive, but I have to imagine Chocolat was the first thing I saw from her.
Chocolate?
And then chocolate in my pocket.
Pocket. There you go.
Yes.
Just wanted to hear you say it.
And that would have been in my like video store era days in the 90s. So I would have seen Beau Travail second after that. And not in the theater. These wouldn't have been theatrical movies for me at the time. I don't remember seeing Beau Travail in the theater. But yeah, I just she was one of the, I don't want to say early discoveries of French cinema for me, because I definitely was watching and interested in French New Wave at the time, as trying to find out, foundational elements of cinema, because that's usually how I would approach things back then, is as a young lad, trying to find, the beginnings of something rather than work my way backwards. But yeah, she became very quickly just an easy French favorite, and kind of has sustained that throughout her career and my experience with her career. And I haven't seen everything of hers, by far. I have not. But I don't know. I have gaps to fill in, but
you had a week to fill in those gaps.
Yeah, that was not going to happen this week.
So well,
we'll have to rely on you guys to
fill in the gaps.
To do that for me. Yeah,
we'll fill in some gaps here, here in a minute, because there are some films in between Chocolat and Beau Travail that we'll get Jay's thoughts on, because I know Jay's the completest. Though we might be having to complete them as we go along in this series and track back. But what I will say, and I'll kind of go back to your original thought there, Erik, was and ask you this question, was there were a lot of like discoveries, I think, early on for us for independent cinema. She is one of those. And so she opened up the world of French cinema for you. Because of watching these two movies specifically, were there sort of like, what did the other webs create? Who else were you then attracted to or watching based off of her? Probably conversations, I guess, and then influence, and then over the time, like who were you picking up from French cinema? Because we all have those, like I said, the gateways to get us in.
Oh my gosh,
because you're at a video store, days for Christ's sake.
But
recommending it to people. Like, were you going down the international section of Was it Blockbuster or was it Hollywood?
Oh, no. It was Independence.
It was Independent.
Yeah.
So it was Independence Day video rental store, and Will Smith was everywhere. You couldn't miss him. No, I'm just kidding. No, I like. Did you go down the international rack a lot in terms of
Oh yeah, absolutely. But like specifically thinking about French directors at the time, again, this was like mid late 90s.
Yeah.
So I think where I was in the 90s trying to combine both my knowledge of earlier French directors with the directors that were happening at that time, it would be like Jean-Pierre Jeunet because of Amélie. It would be Luc Besson. Uh, the Fifth Element was just a great movie as an English language movie that caused a lot of people to kind of look at his career before that, which was pretty remarkable. So I think I was kind of moving in that realm of looking at those kind of Olivier Assayas, of course. Just many,
Assayas.
And just Assayas, and Carrick's, of course. So that just kind of was giving me, like we do with any, I guess, directors, especially American directors, as we are Americans, of looking at who is a current director and where are their influences, and trying to find where their foundations came from. But there was something kind of neat about Claire Denis that I didn't feel I was seeing from a lot of these male directors. And it wasn't just something simplistic like, oh, it's a female point of view of stories, but she was just playing in subjects and genders and races that, I don't know, that others really were not in the same way. She just had such an expanse of subject, and kind of has always had that, but really very much in the 90s.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, we talked a little bit about it on last week's episode. And I think what's so interesting about her filmmaking is that it feels very singular, very fresh, and very confident and bold. And unlike a lot of her contemporaries, we're going to talk about this movie. She's very much moving the form a lot. And then I think you see the ripples after this movie on how it affects French cinema, international cinema, worlds, just, American cinema and storytelling devices. It's she kind of has that ripple effect to then open up. And I think you see it a lot. And this movie is the pinpoint, I think, as well, for a lot of filmmakers in such a vital year. Erik, we talked about 99. Jay, we've talked about 99 before being such a vital year of cinema. Pretty good year of cinema. And
this came out in 2000 proper, right?
In America, yes. but it was
Festival 99, 2000, because I think we did. Mm-hmm. We did a 99.
We counted
episode.
It. Yeah,
and I think we counted it, and I don't think we should have.
We should. No, we should.
Don't hold it against us, folks.
Well, I mean,
it's.
I was holding it against you that day. Yeah.
In general, yes, it is treated as a 99 release, even though it really shouldn't be.
Back of the Criterion 99.
Because it's really not. It is a 2000 release.
But when people were seeing all those other films at festivals, they were also seeing this film as well. So there's that to go with it. It's, when you see it, when you see this movie, you're going to remember when you saw it, because it's that kind of movie. And then
Ryan goes to every single film festival in the world. So for him,
you want to throw shade at me
going to regular movies.
The same guy.
I don't know where shade was thrown there.
You did say Ryan goes to every film festival in the world, and yet Erik has been at every.
Pure jealousy.
Oh, okay. Well, Erik goes to the same ones as well, buddy. He's been.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that Ryan did go to the Busan International Film Festival in South Korea to see this in 1999. So that is why it is a 99 film for Ryan.
I actually went to also the North Korean Film Festival, and I don't know how the hell I got back out of there. Let's just be real about that. That was
an
experience. The IMAX there, the best in the world. Not gonna lie.
Sure.
Yeah.
TMZ was at the DMZ.
Exactly. Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, the VistaVision in that little cell, incredible. You know what I mean? So, Jay, did you catch up with any films in between Chocolat and Beau Travail?
No, this is one of those series where we're doing it at the worst time of year, where I have to catch up with all my
So he had to choose
in-year movies.
So what movie did you watch instead of watching Claire Denis films?
Probably like The Smashing Machine.
Okay, thoughts on that? Wasn't for you?
More like the Almost Passing Machine.
Oh my god!
Oh, okay.
I didn't like it very much.
Didn't like it very much.
Yeah.
What'd you think of Emily Blunt in that movie, Jay?
She needs to get a new agent, man. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's rough,
what are we
isn't
doing?
it? It's rough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you So you don't think Benny's got the sauce?
I said it on our director.
You said it for a long time.
Stock draft. I said
You've had it for a while.
Josh is the one, and I like Benny as an actor a lot.
And you see Josh's film win next week?
Next week.
Okay.
Very excited for Marte Supreme.
Marte, you stay. Dwayne Johnson away. There you go.
The real one that I've just done a 180 on, that's Chalamet.
Oh yeah?
I'm in on Chalamet now.
You liking these comments? You liking his comments on being procreating and on anti-TV actors?
The TV stuff I'm totally fine with. I don't care. The other stuff.
We have actors that listen
odd.
to this, Jay.
He's a weird guy.
Yeah.
Okay. He's White Boy of the Year.
Yeah, but you know what that means. He's gonna keep playing the little shit game, and you know what they're gonna do. He ain't gonna win one of these, boy.
Does Hollywood like Timothy Chalamet?
I don't think they do. If he keeps talking like this,
There's gotta be talking about TV. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you're gonna talk.
Everybody does TV now.
Well, I told Erik this. The first person I thought it was Noah Wiley. Like, talk about a guy that was like behind the lines, like in the, stomping against AI, like being there during the strikes and everything. Guys, like literally show creator, head of that show. They're working 14 hours a day on that show that everybody in the world, is seeing. Everybody loves the pit. And then thinking about Timothy Chalamet, go, well, that guy's work, it's kind of shitty. Who cares? Like, I was thinking about that guy specifically. Just somebody that's
I think it's kind of lousy to be the type of person that begins their career in television, leaves it, and then shits on that. I don't know. What is that about?
His career started in high school talent shows.
Yes.
To be fair, trying to what was his gig? Trying to white guy trying to be black. Yes, that's exactly.
Listen,
what he was.
I love Statistics. Great song. Great little number, but
great little number.
Yeah,
it's like that's what you're gonna say in a headline for the new Wicked songs. Great little numbers.
Great little numbers. Good job, kids.
Good job, kids. You really rocked the house on the. No, I know you're big. You're big on him now, but
I just think he's pretty talented.
He makes good, smart choices for projects, and I'm excited to see what he does on the screen. But off the screen. He's
having an interesting year.
Yeah, it's a little bit he's spiraling a little bit from that loss, and that happens. But Adrian Brody's still talking, and we're going to talk about Beau Travail.
Yes.
So, Erik, you said you saw this film. I expect you to say it blew your mind wide open at the time.
Yeah, it did.
And so, with that in mind, your thoughts on Beau Travail?
It's pretty good.
No, you were close. Pretty.
I wasn't gonna go do all of them.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's just three. You only did two.
Yeah. No, listen. Obviously, I'm going to watch or anything that has a cover like the cover and poster for this film is going to pique my interest. Speaking of Timothy Chalamet and, just kind of thin, shirtless, sunken chest kind of nothings, which, Gwergwarg Colin is a little bit. He's got some.
You have to have that to join the French military.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
It is a fact. And if you watch the film, you know that is a fact. But no, yeah, obviously that was something that I was thinking, oh, okay, I'm definitely going to watch this. And no offense, Claire, but the Claire Denis element was the second place to that, because I had only seen Chocolat at that time, which I liked. It was great, but this was something different, and so I wanted to watch it as a French film, as something that was rounding out my knowledge, but mostly for shirtless men. I wanted to see if it was gay in one way versus just gay adjacent, which is what it really is. But that is more often than not enough for me.
Who's Jason?
To be very
adjacent. Oh, I'm sorry.
Adjacent.
That one went over my head for a second.
I'm sorry.
I'm glad it did.
Well,
we were in a better place when I didn't get it.
I just
I'm sorry. Is that too big of a word for you guys?
Yeah, I didn't pull it off my word calendar today.
Well, see, I knew it right away. That's why I didn't get the joke.
Yeah, well, sometimes
didn't want to make Ryan look bad.
As a good co-host, you should just sometimes.
Yes, but also as a former Legionnaire, I really wanted to check the film for accuracy, and yeah, approved.
Thank you for your service, Erik.
Wow,
really. Jay, you recently saw this film.
Only saw this for the first time for
last year.
Previously mentioned pod.
Yeah, for last year, and it was like literally your 11th hour sort of. It
was like, this is one I got to see.
You got to get this in right before we do the show.
Great way to knock it off the checklist.
Exactly. And I'm nothing if not putting a deadline on you.
Mm-hmm.
And for something.
I love really a challenge.
Cool. You do. And it's, it's only 93 minutes. So
a lean, mean 93 minutes.
Who doesn't love a lean, mean movie? We're already into this series. We're 2 movies. One's an hour 40, the other one's an hour and a half. And honestly, thank fucking God. Because
this podcast is already longer than Beau Travail. So.
Correctamundo.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Just wait till we get to Taylor Swift.
Oh my God. Yeah, we're going to, yeah. Hey, thank you for the lucky bouquet. You know what I mean? Anyway, Jay, you thought something. Beau Travail.
Beau Travail, stone cold, absolute masterpiece. One of the best movies we've ever covered on this podcast. All right,
wrap it up.
Episode, the 1999 Oscar retrospective, I was lobbying for it to be the Best Picture winner.
I think it went to Eyes Wide Shut.
That good. Eyes Wide Shut is really good too. I mean, it's a great year for movies. So the fact that
it's so good, we were like, "Fuck the Matrix." We're not even going to nominate that. We just
that was an interesting take by us.
Yeah, it was a take. All right,
deep year.
Sure,
but this film, it's just so unique. Its ability to vary tone and point of view and reality is fascinating. I do think, I watched this interview, or I guess a conversation with Barry Jenkins and Claire Denis during the pandemic on the Criterion, and I thought Jenkins had a really good observation, which was, he said the first time I saw this movie was when I was a student, and it seems like any student, the first thing you want to talk about with this film is homoeroticism. And then you watch it again and again, and it reveals itself to be that and so much more. It really is. It's an easy movie to watch one time and sort of discover a unique pieces. But as you watch, and this is only my second time, but even now I'm like, this is like living in hell for 90 minutes. I think I watched this movie and I feel like it is taking place on another planet. I feel like these people are stuck in some sort of intergalactic purgatory. It is agonizing at times. It is funny at times, although I would not say in you could take this premise and sort of I think what this movie is trying to present and treat it as a real satire. This movie takes itself alarmingly seriously. And through that, Paul Thomas Anderson has a quote where he said, the funniest thing anyone can do is just take something 100% seriously. And that comes across in this film several times. Obviously, a remarkable lead performance from one of the most interesting actors we have. I honestly need to dig more into Denis Lavant's filmography because everything I see him in is just, he's the most French actor of all time. So he's got that going for him. But he just won the face. Nobody's got a face like that face. And obviously the way that he controls his body, harnesses the power of his movement is pretty much unmatched. And it's honestly just not the way that basically any major American actor approaches the art of acting. And it feels surreal, even though what we're seeing is something that we've seen in movies 100 times before. It's just a military training movie. It's what if it was only the first half of Full Metal Jacket. What I think is interesting about that is it feels like they're never going to stop training and actually do a mission, which again is sort of that state of purgatory that I think exists at the center of this movie. It is completely enrapturing. The use of music is perfect. It really is to me a perfect movie with so much to break down without having hardly any dialogue whatsoever. And what is more masculine than not talking to each other, What captures modern manhood more than that?
I was very much relating to that when we were, but yet we talk every week, buddy. That's
I know.
I guess what makes us different than
podcasting kind of makes this movie sort of irrelevant to a certain extent because
at least in our lives,
this is how the modern man communicates.
Hey, I go back to it. I was gone for a couple weeks, and Jay gives me a call and says, "Hey."
I just had to call him. I'm not really a phone caller.
He's not a phone call guy.
Yeah,
we don't call on the phone a lot. This is when we text out. We do a lot of texting outside of this, and Jay was just like, "I just gotta, just gotta hang out with you, man, on the phone for a second."
That was right after I went to a bar by myself and danced to Rhythm of the Night.
Yeah, yeah. And once again, just like on this podcast, shirt off the whole time.
Mm-hmm. And also one of the great endings in movie history.
I was gonna say straight up,
yeah.
One of the great movie endings.
Jay, I want to say something. Jay, you mentioned
how rude. It was my turn.
How serious the movie takes itself, which it absolutely does. And you also mentioned Sight and Sound. There is a fantastic essay on Sight and Sound about this film, which goes into a subject we have talked about here before, which is camp. Which there is an element of that here. There is a camp romanticism about the Legion itself. There is a wonderful moment in this essay that says, if camp as identified by Susan Sontag constitutes the exaggerated, the fantastic, the passionate, and the naive, all seen through the sensibility of failed seriousness, of theatricalization of experience, that's a pretty good definition of how the Foreign Legion is presented in Beau Travail. Now, the only part I obviously disagree and where that whole camp thing comes from is that I don't think it's a failed seriousness in here. I think it's legitimate. I just think that it exists sort of in both planes, which the movie does in a lot of way too, where it feels like reality and a totally surreal place too, which I think lends itself to being fairly. You can use camp as a adjacent word for it without saying that it's a bad intention or movies.
Well, the movie is for me, it's built off of memory and reflection, which is what she does so brilliantly throughout her career. Really, here in these first couple of films, we're getting to see how reflection in her first film is very straightforward. The movie is very much, chocolat, sorry, is very straightforward from the perspective of this little girl, of the telling of this
Johnny
will they,
Depp,
won't
City
they.
Won't Allow Chocolate.
Exactly.
All that
It's
stuff.
all that stuff. Yeah. And this one is reflection with potentially with I think an unreliable narrator, where the truth or what is truth is, I think at times, like how you're saying, Eric, like I think it can fall into that definition of camp, because at times when you're watching these guys and where they're at and this mission and this location and everything that they're doing, it feels like it's in a different world. It feels so completely separated from reality. It feels like this is the moments that we see are skewed from one man's perspective. And when you are in that perspective, that can over stylize, over explain, under explain, however you want to justify these relationships. And you see things through the prism of of how he wants to portray the story. And then that's when I think she is using these men and these male bodies so effectively, is without dialogue. It is through just what she's showing and what this man is longing for. And it is, to your point, Eric, when you say that this is this is a gay movie, it's like, yes, it is, but it's not in that conventional, sense. Like what a couple of weeks ago when we were on the main show, we were talking about the Oscar retrospective for Brokeback Mountain over Crash, and we were talking about a movie that is very much like that is a gay movie of like what you're trying. Exactly. Movie. And this is more, you have to find the subtext within what this man is looking at, what she's doing with this camera, what these lingering moments of what would normally be routine or of within masculinity is actually, desire and longing and frustration and
the woman loves repressed self-loathing.
And really, yes, repression.
Specialty.
And it is deeply profound, and it's all building up like a powder keg in this man's mind. And I think what's so great about the ending too is, I mean, like, yes, you can take it either way. Like you can take it, it's like, does this man, because he's looking back and thinking about everything and he's sitting on that bed with that gun, is he cynically, does he end it in violence? Does he, like, I can't get, just get this? Or do you think it is this, no, inside his mind, he's in this dance room, he's by himself, and he can express himself only in this sort of like chamber where he's by him, where he can fully release everything that he's been thinking about. And I think it's beautiful. I think it's so profound, and to say so much in 93 minutes without having to use so much on the nose dialogue. I mean, I've been really tired this year of watching so many goddamn, and I say this every year, tired of these movies. Like, I'm watching 2 hours and 20 minutes of my life and they're telling me everything. And in this movie, she's not giving you everything, but she's showing you a path of what this person's mind is like. And I think that it's profound and beautiful. And
but there's some great lines of dialogue.
But there are great lines of dialogue, but it's not like beating you on the nose about my repression. No,
it's not like, maybe I was in love with you.
Maybe yeah, it's not melodramatic.
That would have been pretty good.
I mean, maybe
It is
so.
not melodramatic. No,
No.
not at all.
And I think that's the, that's the difference. But it's also just, she doesn't also linger it so much where it is fawning or it is um male gaze. Like it's not an Almodovar film either. You're like when you watch Almodovar, like I love the man, but he loves a hot guy. Like you know
Well,
what I mean,
yeah. I mean, if it's
and he loves
Almodovar,
sex and vibrancy, and this is
the
different.
dicks
This
are
is
out.
different light of animalistic emotions, and repressions, and
Yeah.
I
It's
think that
not
it's
animated. I mean, Almodovar is all about aesthetically portraying inner
yeah.
desire, and
He is. It goes back to it's very
Denis is
melodramatic
just
soap
her
opera.
aesthetic is
Yeah.
pain.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
and I
but
think you
she
feel
but
it.
she presents that that inability for men to talk to each other through
Exactly.
these military rituals, which are as basically dance. It's ballet. The
It's
dance
choreography.
is through this entire film. And I forgot to mention something in at the beginning about just how I feel about Denis and just kind of how I see her career, because when you look at her films, she is deeply obsessed with colonization,
Yes, she is.
specifically Africa and France's participation in that.
Yep.
And I also think that is one of the things that really sets her apart from other French directors who would be maybe a little more afraid to be so even just want to comment on it. And she is very head first in it in pretty much all of her films. It goes, after kind of white material, it's far less about African colonization, and then
Mhm.
into space and other kinds of colonization. But that is, for me, her overarching theme of her career.
Yeah. Jay?
I mean, 100%. It's certainly come up in both of the films that we've talked about in this series so far, and we'll continue to. And I think it is sort of a different tactic with this film as opposed to Chocolat, where this film was originally supposed to be part of a TV series in France about essentially what does it mean to be, like a foreigner was sort of the theme of the series that they were going to be making. And Claire Denis, I guess, just like had this bulb came off, foreign legion. And then she was off to the races. And she looked at the idea of sort of being an outsider through the lens of occupying another country and being an occupier with other people who generally are, I would say, less well off, maybe in a certain position that puts them in a place to enter the military in the first place. And then it further others, the participants in the story, by again having these certainly very homoerotic undertones. And in Chocolat, it's sort of this idea of repressing attraction to someone that society says you are not supposed to be attracted to. It's very similar here.
Well, those are racial lines, and
Different dynamic. Yep.
this is lines
Mm-hmm.
of um of gay love within a military setting.
And
You
again,
know?
not as explicit in Chocolat. They're like, I am sort of trying to seduce you right now. In this film, it is, I am so attracted to you. I want to break your compass and throw you out into the salt fields.
Yeah, I want to.
It
If
is
I can't have
repression
you,
never before seen.
then the world will never have you. In a way, yeah.
It's that, and it's also, I want Papa to like me best.
Yes, exactly. There is a lot of that in here. Very much
There's
so.
a lot of
I think
jealousy.
there's even a little bit of All About Eve in this, of just the of
Yeah.
age differences and
Sure.
younger and older.
Yes, there very much
Replacement.
is. But it is also but it's a movie just about like the comfortability of affection and how that threat can which is not even a threat. It's not a threat, but it's an internalized threat that then rises into this vile.
But they got to have some outlet for it because they're just around each other
exactly.
all the time.
But
and
it's also
hugging exercises.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, well, again, they're doing choreography and they're doing catch and release, and they're doing this like these trust building exercises.
Hell yeah,
it is, and they're doing it.
I'm not sure the military would say they have the most official form of all time.
No,
but that's the point.
But I also feel like, and our singing in unison, like it is
supposedly not a ton of rehearsal in this movie, which I think is really interesting.
I think that's also
just sort of actors letting their natural tendencies take over.
But I think that's right. You know what I mean? And I think that only because
it's not a naturalistic movie.
No, it's not. Like it would not feel like if they were all in unison, like it would kind of.
It's not a Peter Berg movie.
No. Oh God. What?
They didn't spend 6 months together out in the wilderness with SEAL Team 6.
What happened to Peter Berg? I thought he was going to be kind of an interesting guy, and then he kind of.
What was the last thing he did? Did he do like a Mark Wahlberg?
Did
he do Spencer Confidential?
I think he did. Didn't he do Spencer Confidential? Or it was like him and Mark Wahlberg really stepped into the streaming world, and now he got in
the Wahlberg zone for sure.
He got in the Wahlberg zone big time after Lone Survivor, Deepwater Horizon. Yeah,
Spencer that's a good movie. That was 2020.
Which one? Deepwater Horizon?
Yeah,
he's made some decent stuff.
I liked Patriot Games or Patriot Days or whatever that fucking one's called.
Yeah, not Patriot Games. That is actually a good movie.
Yeah, the Boston Bomber one. I thought that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, his last 5 movies have been Wahlberg joints.
Yeah. If I'm gonna watch a Boston Bomber movie, it's Jake Gyllenhaal's.
Is it Stronger? That's a good movie. Tatiana Maslany is really great in that one too. I remember watching that, Eric, and I was just like, oh, this is an Oscar bait for Jake. And then
absolutely.
And it is, but he's incredible in that movie.
Was that David Gordon Green?
I believe you were all right.
He's got the weirdest career in the world.
He's got, man.
Yeah, he does.
Talk about a guy that has the weirdest career. I'm not saying he would ever be on this show. Like, we would never do a David Gordon Green series, but it is a wild ride that guy's had.
He's like if Sean Baker had like a massive like bipolar disorder.
I think
if Sean Baker was best friends with like
Jason Blum.
No.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen.
No, with because I'm
Danny McBride.
Yeah, with Danny McBride. I'm saying like
that one too.
Well, I think
who's the biggest? I was like,
Listen,
Gillis.
If you had told me that he was going to make a Halloween movie when I saw George Washington,
3 of them,
never ever ever would that have entered my mind. Also, one of the best movies of all time, George Washington.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
But he was like an indie darling to.
Yep.
Then he made Your Highness.
Kind of, yeah. Then he dipped his
Pineapple
toe into
Express.
Studio comedy. Yeah. Got with his buddy Danny, and then
went back.
Made a bunch of small stuff. I really like that movie Prince Avalanche.
Yeah, a lot. I like Joe. Right,
yeah.
He did Joe with Nick Cage.
Joe is good.
That's a good movie.
And he made Exorcist Believer, which
and then he made
my notes are telling me is the worst movie ever made.
So bad that they had to scrap the rest of the series and are like begging Mike Flanagan to make the sequel, which is a Flanagan special. He comes in and makes the sequels to absolute trash movies and makes like decent attempts at those. But I think the interesting thing always about someone like David Gordon Green is, and to Sean Baker, that comparison, Eric, is like, that would be like if Sean Baker took the money now, after Nora, and he's not wanting to do that. So
yeah, but Green did that right at the beginning.
Yep, exactly.
But there's nothing insincere about him either. I think he kind of wanted to do that.
No, he wanted to do it. Like he became friends with these people. But like when people say, "Oh, like Sean Baker's going to get that big check afterwards," it's like, nope, because the answer is David Gordon Green, and he's not going to do it. He's going to stay exactly in his lane and make $10 million movies or $5 million movies or whatever he is the rest of his life. And that's okay too for some people. Much like Claire Denis, it's okay. She's never going to make $100 million movie. She's going to make these small beautiful pieces of filmmaking, and sometimes they're going to hit, and sometimes they're not. Because
actually, I heard she just got offered Eternals 2, so we'll see
wow.
how
Oh, that could be good.
Yeah, it worked out really, really well for Chloe Zhao. So we'll see how that.
If she did a Marvel movie, I would audibly laugh out loud. Like I cackle. I would cackle because then I would be like, you guys are about to see the sickest Marvel movie ever, and everyone will hate it except.
Well, you remember when
us.
Lucrecia Martel was like genuinely flirting with making a Marvel movie?
Yep.
Yeah.
That got close.
I mean, people are making either live action Disney movies or Marvel movies these days because
which one was she maybe making?
Was it like I don't know. Was it like you could look it up.
Black Widow.
Black Widow. Okay.
Yeah. Instead we got a great film.
What would you say is better, Jay? Black Widow or Beau Travail?
Beau Travail, I think, is a slightly superior film.
Just by a hair.
Remember how good Zama was? What a movie.
Ooh, Zama is good. Erik, did you ever see Zama?
I think so.
Zama's good. Good Zama. Is that the last thing she's made?
No, I don't think so.
She's made other stuff, right?
Yeah, that was 2017. I didn't realize that was that long ago.
2018, I think, is when we saw it.
Oh, yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah.
That is her last feature film.
That's
other
crazy.
than a documentary that came out, I guess, this year.
Which one?
Landmarks.
Okay. All right. Well, go stream Landmarks right now.
Yes. Yeah. That's a documentary.
Yes.
That was at Venice.
Yes, he just said that.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say it was at Venice.
Wasn't paying attention.
Well, of course. We're talking, so that means that you.
She also gave the Golden Lion to Joker, correct?
Oh my God, she did.
What a baller move by her.
That is correct.
That is her
legacy.
That is her legacy. Yeah. They're going to put that on the tombstone for her. But this is a tombstone.
That's going to be her CNN headline when she dies.
This is Claire Denis' tombstone, though. This is the director of Beau Travail.
Yeah. It's
right,
definitely this is the movie of the series for sure.
Yeah. It's all downhill from here. No, there's a lot of great episodes that we'll have from here. But yeah, that's it. No, I'm just kidding. We're not done yet. No, I love the way this movie looks too.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to talk a little bit about the early part of this movie of him going with this girlfriend to the clubs, and she's dancing, and it's like, girl, of course you're just going to stand there and not dance because you want to dance on your own. You want to dance to your own beat. You've got something to dance to, and it ain't this music. And I just love that again, this is like he's back trying to normalize, but it's like, nah, he can't. There's no sense of that normalcy, I think, there for him as well too. Once all this is done, after what he's done, it's such a fascinating character, and you're absolutely right, Jay. He's incredible in this film. He's just got that face where it looks so. He looks so. Mad.
It looks like he's carved out of rock.
Yeah, he looks very stone-like.
He looks like the Thing.
Oh, from like Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of does have that.
His face looks like a boulder.
He's Ben Grimm. Yeah.
He's got a lot of, he's got a topographical face.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what I was looking for.
See, Jay used that word from his work calendar today.
That's a big boy word.
That's a big boy word for this podcast.
That's a big word for Elmo.
But no, Jay, talk about him.
No, I mean, he's unbelievable. I think if you haven't seen this film, the thing you probably know him for is Holy Motors, I would assume, where he is doing the absolute most.
Yeah, but that's
all time.
That's a fucking great movie, though.
It is. He just has a brain that works differently than other people's, which is a real attribute when you are an actor. There's nobody like him. And
how much empathy do you have for him?
well, this is a good question about this film because I was listening to that
Conversation.
Jenkins Claire Denis conversation, and she was talking about when they were doing the hugging exercise on the beach. She was saying that everyone was just crying. They were just crying at the sounds and the emotions involved with that exercise. That is not how I feel watching this movie. I feel again that it is mostly a movie about miserable people trying to convince themselves to do the things that they secretly want to do. And even in that moment, it just feels like them pushing back on their desire. She calls it a love story at one point in that conversation, which is just not really something I feel, at least not in any traditional sense. I guess you can, if you really contort the depictions of what is going on in the story, I sort of understand it. It's like a lost love story, I suppose. You could maybe call it that in the same way that probably some people are like, There Will Be Blood is secretly a love story. I'm sure there are people who say that, but you have to talk about it on completely different terms than
between one man and his money.
Something regular.
You know?
Well, no, I mean, you could call it between Eli Sunday and Plainview. I think I have heard that argument before.
Have you heard that one?
I have seen that. It's probably by
Erik Anderson,
movie lover 672 with an
Erik. Have you heard about that
profile picture?
No, and I would say that positing that is a much bigger stretch than calling this a love story, because for me, it very much is about that. It is about repression. I have not had to really live a life of sexual repression the way that is happening here, but I've definitely longed or lusted.
Yes, it is a story of longing.
So that part is very, very easily relatable. So in that sense, it makes it very easy for me to have empathy for him, in a way that is very specifically coming from a gay point of view, which isn't to say that anyone can't see or feel that, but that is the only POV that I have. So my lens is it's like Pink Floyd, it's refracted and out comes a little rainbow.
God damn it. What a reference. Thank you. I was with.
I'm thinking about it in very binary terms, like love. Like nobody confesses love to each other, so I guess in my mind, I'm like, this isn't a love. This is
story,
your binary. It is a longing story.
Yeah, this is.
I guess I'm drawing a line between.
You're drawing.
It is very much a longing story.
It is, and then therefore the longing is a part of the idea. If you're longing for something, then that means you care for it. That means you have affection for it. That means
I get it from that angle.
It's love, and then. Yeah, I know. I get it. I when I first
Erik's
watched
right
it,
and smart.
No, a couple years ago, when I first watched it, I didn't really think of it, and then I think just time, and of course it is about of course it's a love story, and it's in times love stories don't have to mean that people profess their love for each other. It can just be of that I really long to be with this person or have their affection, and I'll do it, and I want it so bad that, man, I would literally destroy them. I would literally fight them. I would literally put my hands on them and rip them apart, and that's where I think when they are fighting, that's actually where I do find a bit of sorrow and sadness, is because it's like this whole place that they're living in is a circle of rules and code that is unspoken, and they live in a world that feels utopic and feels like they could express themselves, but because of the institutions that they are a part of, they are not allowed to do that. It's like, it's like when we talked about with Chocolat, it's like this love should be able to exist, and yet it cannot because of the institutions that surround or are always watching. That's the thing, is that this camera at times represents so much of the world in which they know in their head would disapprove of if one of these guys walked up to another and professed this profound affection for another. Well, we would see this and they would be separated, and that the world does not agree with doing that, especially in this setting. No matter how, like, it was very funny. I don't know if Claire Denis has ever thought about this, and Eric's gonna roll his eyes when I say this, but you know how, like, when and my wife will do this. I'll be watching a football game, and they'll say something, and
with the boys,
and we'll be sitting there, and they'll say something on there, and she'll be like,
and then you're like, be quiet.
No.
That's not I know where you're going with this.
You know where I'm going with this, where like they do something or the commentators say something, and it's very, you're like, wait, what did he just say? That sounds really, yeah, like they're penetrating right up the middle, or he just blew right by them. You know what I mean? Or
somebody did a whole smash cut on TikTok of all of these.
I saw that. It's like very funny.
It was like, wow, he just came right in his face.
Yeah, he just came right up the hole. You know what I mean?
And it's just nonstop.
But that's what this movie kind of feels like a little bit at times. This is like,
right. I mean, it's not in your face but
it's not in your face, but it is that feeling of like
hockey.
But it is in the military and stuff. Like if you're an outsider and you see a bunch of guys throwing each other as a military exercise, you'd be like, wait a minute, so the military doesn't like gay people in there, but they're allowed to fucking throw each other shirtless, dirty, and sweaty.
Well, it's almost like Jackass.
Yeah,
there's a homoeroticism to Jackass.
Well, they're literally showing their dicks though. They're Jay.
Like, no, but it is kind of the same thing. It's like,
yeah,
we're doing, we're putting our bodies on the line.
On each other. It's like a hazing. It's a hazing ritual too, which also
no different than rugby and watching guys that are big and hairy lift each other and top each other and rippy at each other and stuff. Like it's
but it's different in the sense that you have these traditionally masculine heterosexual behaviors that, again, through a different lens are super, 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 super gay.
And it's done in such a way that's so serious, where if somebody was just like, wow, he really said that? No, you can't. No, he's just meaning that if the ball carrier runs right up the middle, he got 10 yards. And it's like,
and I'm over here.
Then why didn't he say that? Why didn't he say that then?
He came in the guy's face.
He came.
But I mean, the other thing is, if there are feelings that you are afraid to expose, or feelings that come to light because of stuff like this,
coming to light, huh?
It's all of a sudden a painful experience to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And
yes,
one thing I do like about this movie a lot, I think I brought it up briefly earlier, is just the stuff that they're doing. They're not really doing anything.
No, they're not building anything. They're not. At one point,
they're just sort of
anything.
digging a hole.
Yeah.
Anonymously, they're just like, hit this rock with a shovel.
It reminded me a little bit of the opening of The Master, where they're just all on the beach and they're like just fucking a sandcastle, and they're not really. And then we say like, oh, they're so brave, and it's just like, are they, or are they just like people stuck out in the middle of nowhere doing nothing, wasting
wayward
money?
People following orders because that's what they're supposed to do, and they want somebody to tell them what to do so that they feel like they have some sort of order,
and they need to do something or someone, and they can't.
Mm-hmm. They just don't do anything. The only violence we see in the film occurs during a training exercise when the helicopter crashes.
Yeah.
And that's basically all we see in this entire movie is just practice.
Yeah. That's
And
all
the thing
it
about
is.
practice is that it gives you a false sense of danger without ever actually putting you in danger. So there is this comfortability that you have at all times with the people around you, as there is an understanding that you're not actually going to hurt each other. It's role playing, basically, is what they're doing.
It's gay
And
chicken.
gay chicken.
It's gay chicken.
It's
I think Claire
that's
Denis
what
said
this
that
is.
in the conversation with Barry Jenkins.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
the
also
translation
pretend.
didn't
It's just
come
pretend.
across, but that's what I mean though. This
Yeah.
is yeah. They're hugging, their everything that they're doing has this sense of, it is a sense of pretend. It is a rehearsal.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to do the real thing.
Nope. They're not going to. And within that, there does become the boredom. There does become then that if this
Boy,
is
this
all
movie is mundane.
yeah.
It is a lot of just day to day making coffee, exercising in the morning.
Ironing, just the routine and inside the mundane.
It is the 90-minute Gene Dealman. Yeah.
And then within, I think the mundanity lies, then, okay, well, if there's nothing else to think about, if I've got everything locked down here, what do I really want? And then somebody new walks in and you're like, oh, okay. I've got everything that I need right here. And there's a little bit of sadness when it's all separated by the end. And it's just like, and you're just like, I just want to dance and I just want to be myself. And I don't want to be stuck in.
I mean, I take that
prison.
final scene as his last act before he kills himself.
There is that, but it's also
that's how I take that. Scene.
I mean, you can take it
almost
as
like
either way.
All that jazz grand.
Yeah,
finale
it's
how
like
I think
it's
of
inside
that
his
scene.
brain. No, that's what I think. It's that he allows himself in his mind to liberate himself, have this dance, have this moment of being pure himself, Jay. And then, sadly,
that's to me pure surrealism.
Yeah.
Although maybe some people just take it literally. And
no, but
honestly, Claire Denis said she meant to represent it as something more literal than I'm interpreting it as.
Yeah.
I take it very, very literally.
So you think that he doesn't kill himself? You think that he just gets up?
He might still kill himself after.
Oh no, I think that is still an absolute possibility. Yeah.
But you think that he puts the gun away and goes out to the club, finds the room and lets it all out, girl.
I think he's letting it out as much as he possibly can.
Because there's nobody in that room.
Yeah.
There's nobody in that room. It's just him, all mirrors, so you can see everything around him.
That's why, to me, it feels surreal, is the complete lack of people. It just feels like an impossible space in
I honestly don't think
world.
I don't think there's a wrong answer on it. I just think that it's
right.
interesting either. I honestly think either way is great. Either way, it's great.
Yeah.
It's just also how
it's not about what it's not about. I mean, when you have a scene like that, it becomes less about intent than feeling.
Yeah.
Because it is that I do get a little tired of
people explaining things.
Yeah, I mean the big one this year was
weapons.
The weapons gun thing.
Oh fuck.
Where
people spend 3 hours on a podcast talking about that shit.
Where Kreger was apparently just outwardly like, oh, I wasn't thinking about school shootings when I did that.
Which is fair.
And maybe he wasn't explicitly thinking about school shootings, but he was thinking about something.
Yeah.
And I don't think he explicitly said what he was thinking about, but if what he presents on screen gives you a feeling about something, then that is a completely valid interpretation of the movie.
Yeah.
And that is something you have to appreciate about somebody like David Lynch, who
I was just going to say,
hey, can you explain why
Eraserhead is the most important, personal film to you?
I won't do it.
Yeah.
And you can't make me.
But I'll talk about other things.
I honestly think
I like how all of us sounded like him a little bit, and then I sounded like Urkel. Anyway, continue.
To a certain extent, I think feeling the need to explain your work that explicitly comes from a place of insecurity, where you want to believe that you have a concrete answer to your movie. Like treating a movie like a puzzle to me sucks.
Well,
Unless it's like a narrative puzzle.
Well,
Then
I
it can
think
be
that
fun, but
I think Christopher Nolan actually said it brilliantly in an interview I heard with him, where he talked about how like he had Memento, and
that's a rules puzzle movie.
Exactly.
That's what's fun about it.
And he was at a Q&A shortly after the film, I think at Sundance or somewhere, and he basically like explained his point of view to it. And people were just rumbling or getting angry in their seats because they had their own interpretations and other people had theirs. And his brother, Jonathan Nolan, looked at him afterwards.
Not the one in jail.
Not the one in jail. Literally said, don't ever do that again, because you've now cheated the audience of any of the mystery behind what the movie you made.
See, that is different to me than...
You can talk about all the aspects of it, but if there's like the spinning top, I think is a perfect example of this. It's like he has an answer for it, and people are going to ask him the rest of it's like, what's the spinning top?
Well, it's about how it makes you feel.
If I tell you what that is, then that's the easy way out.
The worst example of this was when like Aronofsky handed out a flyer before Mother. And was like, by the way, this is what you're about to watch.
Still a good movie, but it's like,
Mother sucks.
But it sucks
Mother
that you
sucks.
No, that movie's good.
God, Mother is a masterpiece, and it's Aronofsky's best film.
No.
I like Mother. Jay.
I remember Bible school, vacation Bible school.
Did you like Caught Stealing, Jay? Did you see that?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Just curious. No, but I do agree with you a lot. It's just, interpretations are with Gregor specifically this year. I think the more he was talking about it, he was just like, I made this movie, I talked about this thing, but when you make a movie, other things come up. And I think it is interesting in terms of this film, because it's like Claire Denis has her point of view and her expression, but she also, if Jenkins in that conversation had said to her, I think it's this way, one, because I think they have a really great relationship, both Claire Denis and Barry Jenkins. But just in general, I think she would be fascinated by that. I listened to Barry Jenkins do a Q&A with, oh God, what's his name that did Hard Truth? Mike Lee. And he had his interpretation on a scene, and Mike about how that movie ends. And Mike Lee and Marianne Jean-Baptiste looked at him and said, that's really fascinating. That's not what we thought at all, but that's really fascinating and good for you.
Yeah.
Kind of in a lot of way. You know what I mean?
But it was a movie, it's not fully yours anymore.
It's not yours, and that's what he was getting at. And honestly, it's like, to this conversation that we've had here, either way, I think it's sad. Like, because if he is sitting there and that definitely is just an ethereal thing, then that didn't happen. But then
he no longer has that camaraderie,
either way,
whether he resents it or not.
Either way, he's alone. Either way, he's alone. And that longing is still in place.
And his daddy put him in timeout.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes, he talked about Forestier.
Yeah, who is... Wait, do that one more time?
Forestier. Yeah, I need to... Oh, my God.
Jay. Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh la la, indeed. Oh, my God. Erik, are things changing?
Something's going on there.
Something's going on. In a good way or a bad way, Erik?
I love the commander. He's great.
Oh, I was talking about Jay's accent.
Legionnaire.
Yeah, he's a legionnaire.
No, I'm trying to move on from that just to avoid any inappropriateness. No, I love his if it weren't for fornication and blood, we wouldn't be here.
Oh yeah, so good.
Yeah.
There is a
line.
There it is that
he has
one of the thesis of the movie.
Anybody.
It is, but that constant intertwining of sex and violence that men have, that it feels like it is part of their genetic composition.
For real. Yep.
Straight men, that is.
Straight men, that is. But then
not the gay ones.
But he does also seem like he, from that afar, and yes, and exactly, and that he's okay, and that he's okay with this competition a little amongst them, and that he's created this himself.
Because
and
he's over,
he's at the top.
At the top, just kind of doing a little, watching everything go on.
Yes, he is, and
he's watching the boys compete for him.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. But if the competition gets too fierce, then he has to pick a side.
Yeah.
It is, but it's there's like,
but he still is like, you're my number one boy.
And 20 subs.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
But then he ends up with no boys because one gets court-martialed and the other gets rescued from a salt field.
Yes.
Yep.
And the other, and he's gone.
Who's next?
Yeah, and who's next? And he's not. And here's the thing: the other 18, they're not on the radar. They're just those are just pieces of meat out there to fill.
They don't have the juice that he wants.
No, they are not. They don't have the Riz. Yes,
they don't have the Riz.
God, I would love Claire Denis to say they don't have the Riz. Like.
That needs to be the title of her next film.
I want Claire Denis to make a Rizzler biopic.
The Rizzler,
there you go.
The Rizzler and I. That's
I might actually watch that.
I would watch.
I think she might view the depiction of the Rizzler as one of the great evils of Western civilization.
As it should.
She might be onto
it's
something.
What it is. Yeah.
I don't think that. I mean. Are those guys even relevant anymore?
He's our guest on the White Material episode, by the way.
Well, I mean, he is the definition of white material out there on the internet. Yeah, that's for sure.
The Costco guys, I don't know how they're doing.
Yeah. I'm sure they're aren't they having like Trump steaks at the White House right now or something?
They'll probably be in the next Josh Safdie movie. Like they'll just put him in.
I'm telling you. It is any fringe weird person in Hollywood that's got vaguely Republican tidings. They'll be in a Josh Safdie movie coming next Christmas.
Any New England, Northeastern faux celebrity.
Well, Eric's a big Kevin O'Leary guy.
Yeah, I don't
Mr.
think so. You're not,
Mr. Wonderful.
You're not trapping me into that nonsense.
Well, you bought a lot of his products, and you're really stuck in bad business deals with him.
Nope.
Yeah, he's a horrible person.
Is he good in the movie?
No, none of us have seen it yet, though. That's the thing.
He could be good in the movie.
I don't give a shit if he's good or not. He still sucks.
I'm not saying he's good. Like but I'm not going into that movie being like, I don't like it because he's in it.
No, but I don't like that.
I mean, sure, but I'm,
is that different? Can that be different?
And watch a Kevin Sorbo movie. I wouldn't,
No, you're talking about that's actually what we're reviewing next week is Kevin Sorbo's latest.
The films of Kevin Sorbo.
I think we should do that as a series.
Definitely do not have to endorse him being in the movie, but it will in no way impact how I feel about the movie unless there's some sort of meta.
No, I think he's like he's from what I've read the villain of the film.
Yeah, but I think that has to come into play. People's lives outside of a film always comes into play in the characters that they play. It's too difficult to completely separate.
I also think there is like to a certain degree, Jay, with the way box office and things are these days. I do think there are people that will not go to a movie if certain people are in it. Your mom's
that's true. They'll definitely pick and choose for which people they do that for.
Your mom's not going to the next Meryl Streep or Robert De Niro film.
Yeah, so. that's been a real thing.
So like that. If that's
what about the Sydney Sweeney movie?
Oh my God!
Did she go see?
She go to Christie?
Yeah, they're doing like a. What was the child trafficking movie?
Oh, the
Sound of Freedom. Yeah, they're doing like a Sound of Freedom buy a ticket for 5 imaginary people campaign.
Love it.
Oh, that movie but see, that's the point. Honestly, too, it's like could have much people. I
think the Sydney Sweeney thing is a very niche online cancellation at this point.
No, that was like it was a topical story on the Today Show. That's not like something that just was like for 5 seconds on Twitter. That was a real deal. They had to respond. the company had to respond. Like, it wasn't like some blip on
I
a
think
radar.
Sydney Sweeney's doing fine.
Yeah, there's nothing niche about the controversy, but at the same time, it's a fantastic example of, people with, faux support of somebody, but not actually supporting them. It's no different.
You were saying it from the opposite side.
Yeah,
I was saying that people don't really care about.
I think people.
The Sound of Freedom thing was real though. That was bizarre.
Yeah, that was the most bizarre.
That was real, but it was
fake
also
news things.
It's also a money laundering scheme.
Yeah, exactly. Which is
not the same as what this is.
No.
Yeah, but it wasn't laundering money. It was just. It was basically.
It was like churches were buying it out. Like it was.
Oh no,
that's not laundering money.
And then the producers were actual child traffickers themselves.
Yeah.
It wasn't laundering money. It was a charitable donation, is what it was, and it was going to a bad place.
Yeah. Well, those theaters. I mean, it was, but I don't know, Jay. I think It
wasn't laundering money. They weren't like covering up. Maybe they were covering up sex trafficking.
Where do you think the money's going?
Yes. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what was happening. Poor Mira Sorvino getting all wrapped up in that.
No, Jay. I don't think the ads that Sweeney did were that terrible or whatnot. But I do think it was a big story. That's all I'm saying, is that it was a big story.
And, it was a big story,
but it's also her responses to it have been.
Every response after that has made it worse.
Exactly, that's the thing. It's like
funny.
She's on a run.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was like Erik and I were. I think Erik, I texted you when it was happening. I'm like, is this really like a big deal? Who gives a shit? And then it became a big deal, and I was like, this is the dumbest controversy created. And you're right, Jay. I wish people didn't give a shit about it, and they probably don't. But then, like, she's got a movie coming out, and then nobody sees it, and that's like been like 4 or 5. But then most people aren't going to the movies these days. So But if you've got a reason not to go to the movies, probably don't have it. But it's also got Chalamet, and people will go anyway.
If you ask 10 people on the street, half of one might know that the movie Christie exists.
That's fair.
It wasn't like people knew about it and didn't go see it. They just didn't know about it.
I mean, it was in 2,000 screens, so like it was out.
That was I mean, I get it. It was a disaster, but
yeah. It's the top 10 worst debut of the.
I know about this stuff, and I had no idea that movie came out until I saw that it bombed.
Well, I don't think you're informed enough.
I might be
reading the site, and you know what? Honestly, you disappoint me.
But I'll tell you what, I've been buying a lot of. Was it American Eagle?
Yes.
It was American Eagle jeans.
Yeah. Go with
now I've got good jeans.
Does it go with your Lacoste shirt? For your
me and the Christmas Adventurers Club have really been buying up the American Eagle stock.
There you go.
There it is.
God, Jay, I'm telling you, the way you look right now, you look straight up like you're going to go to your meeting.
Great.
Oh, he looks like he's on his way to kill Sean Penn.
I got some athleisure rocking right now for sure.
I got to tell you, as I love One Battle After Another so fucking much, but every time we go out to brunch, every time I see banana pancakes on a menu, I'm like, I can't. Not even that I want them, but Megan, my wife, really loves banana pancakes, and she's like, I can't eat them and I go, why? And she goes, because you're gonna take a photo and you're gonna send it to Jay and you're gonna send it to Erik and you're gonna send it to everybody, and you're gonna say that, look, she's part of the Christmas Adventurers Club, and I'm like, well, order them and find out. So, Jay, any other thoughts you have on Beau Travail?
Yeah, I mean, Beau Travail, we've talked a little bit about the use of music in the film.
The music in this movie
of pop are really amazing. I'll tell you what I love as well. There are these little stings over the course of the film that sound to me like when Michael Myers appears around the corner in Halloween.
Yeah,
it does give this sensation of kind of fear. And I guess that's kind of how I see this movie slightly differently than I think y'all might to a certain extent. I think this is a harrowing, like kind of malevolent movie that ends in complete tragedy.
Okay. So one for the whole family during the holidays.
Yeah, that is sort of how I view it. I do think this movie makes me uncomfortable in a way that I like for the majority of the runtime.
Okay.
Eric's giving me a look right now.
Let's unpack
this
that.
a little
Giving
bit.
me a look right
Okay,
now.
let's unpack
Let's
that.
unpack that.
I do. I mean, I do think it is for me really the setting that is so jarring to me because it feels primordial. It feels otherworldly. They feel trapped to me, and that's certainly part of the metaphor, right? But the literal sensation of them being trapped and in unfamiliar territory and being ordered around to do mundane activities that a lot of the time to me feel kind of infantilizing or
Yeah.
or at some points like savage where they're just singing banging drums around a fire and then all that any of them are doing is just throwing things into the fire more to make it grow. And again, a wonderful metaphor for Claire Denis. Claire Denis is very good at metaphor.
In that sense, it's like the opening of 2001. That's really what they are. Right.
Yeah. And that's how I feel about the beginning of 2001. I'm like, whoa, this is evil. Like this is it's just sort of it's how it makes me feel. And I'm not sure it has anything to do with, I mean, maybe it does. I don't know. Can we get a therapist on? We need an in-house therapist for the podcast.
I think Eric's your in-house therapist because every time we do an episode, you're talking about some shit that you didn't talk about before.
I'm ready.
Well, it's just like, I mean, I
want to crack Jay open like a coconut.
I mean, he does look a little like Dr. Ruth right now, to be fair, Erik. But I mean,
wow.
I'm just saying.
I was in a fraternity.
Which, I mean, isn't a fraternity...
What is also, this? But
I mean,
that's what I said. This is all just hazing.
You did say hazing.
This is that. It's all of that. This is
Jay,
no,
100%.
Jay, yeah. I mean, what is it that if not like when you get a bunch of straight dudes doing dumb shit, it becomes extremely homoerotic? Like
because they're always shirtless when they do it,
or they're always talking about their dicks, or like, yeah, bro, what if we did this together? Wouldn't it be gay if we kissed? You know what I mean?
Grabbing again, gay chicken. This is gay.
How
chicken.
many conversations have I heard,
bro?
Yeah, is it? Do we wake up in the same bed? Did we do anything? No homo, but like maybe.
No, I mean, I'll tell you. I'll say this. I went on a bachelor party recently.
I knew we were going to get this, and this is why. Here we go.
And literally, all of us were 2 or 3 to a bed. Like we just were. That's how it was. And it was sort of in this celebration of.
Are we touching
pure,
toes?
It's like pure raw. Let's fucking go. But also, there's like other stuff to it. It's an interesting culture we live in.
That's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. It was sort of your own Beau Travail. This
yeah, it was Bachelor Travail. Batch Travail.
Wow. I hate you so much that you just said that out loud right now.
Wow.
But it is maybe that's what I'm saying. It's true to life, man.
True to life.
So it's both, because you've already said that you think it is completely, not realistic and everything about it is I think it's true to life.
In the same way that like Synecdoche, New York is a complete surrealist movie, but I also find it transcendentally horrifying on like a molecular level.
Which it is.
I think it captures something extraordinarily human by being surreal. I mean, that's what the best movies are. All That Jazz is a movie that completely makes you contemplate whether you're doing anything in your life correctly. And it's a movie about internalized musical, right? I mean, those are kind of my favorite movies, really. So
Mishima,
Tree of Life is like that.
Tree of Life.
I mean, it's not that Tree of Life's not necessarily surreal, but it's entirely.
There's a lot of surreal. There's some surreal elements in there.
Not
transcendental elements.
Transcendental, yes.
Yeah,
that's what I would say.
That's better.
Those are kind of my favorite movies. And I don't think everybody looks at this movie that way, but I find it incredibly disorienting. And that's one of the things I love so much about it.
Erik, I just thought we were going to get him to like say he's like coming out of the closet or something. I
Yeah.
thought that's what we were
You
just
know,
gonna get.
I'm trying to do the hard work here, Ryan.
Hold on,
You
I've
don't
got
need to just
guys,
say
I have a pistol 5 feet away from me right now.
But you also got an all black outfit with the buttons opened right up for you to like do like your
And what is
dance.
a pistol if not just an extension of a penis? So
Yeah.
Look,
I mean, he's gonna put something in his mouth.
I am nothing if not honest.
I'm not. I mean, I know that sounds like a joke, but I mean, Erik, right? For real, like
exactly.
I mean,
if your homophobia is that internalized, you can't put a dick in your mouth. You put a gun in there instead.
There you go. That's. I mean, I'm not.
Thanks everyone for listening, and
rate, review, subscribe.
Hope you all felt as uplifted about that realization as we did. Erik, what would be your dance song? What would you dance to like this? At the end of if you were in this movie, what would be your song?
I mean, I wouldn't want to be really obvious, and pick something like Robin's Dancing on My Own. Although there would certainly be some directors that would be like, "Yep, that's what it's gonna be," and I don't care how on the nose it is.
Which directors would that be?
I just take your pick. There's a handful of people
I feel
that would be just really obvious about it.
Edgar Wright.
Sure.
So, I'm sorry. I just watched his movie. His new movie's fresh on the mind, and I felt every needle drop was like on the nose. So
yeah, I skipped it. And not that sometimes I love absolutely on the nose needle drops. Sometimes they're great. Sometimes they can be.
Edgar
Wright
has some amazing needle drops historically.
Absolutely does.
Yeah.
But in this case,
kind of been his bag.
They didn't really leave an impression on me, good or bad, which is maybe the worst thing they could have done.
Well, he did have one needle drop in the movie, and it needs to be retired from every filmmaker on the planet that isn't Paul Thomas Anderson. And that is The Revolution Will Not Be Televised was used in that film. Gus Van Sant used it in a film that Erik and I saw earlier this year, Dead Man's Wire. And it's like, guys, you guys are making lesser movies than this man. And it's like when anybody uses like ELO or they use like other needle drops from PTA films, it's like, you guys are not. It's like when people try to use the Stones and they're not Scorsese. It's like, you need to stop doing this because you're just embarrassing yourself. But anyway, Erik, what would be your choice?
Oh my God.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
So I don't know. Let's think about this. Let's break this down because of why this song is here and if it's used ironically.
Well, it's because it's the rhythm of the night.
Yes, but is it being used because it's a great song and it fits, or is it being used ironically because it's kind of a bad song but like fun to dance to? And the reason why it's that song and why there's nobody there is because you would only listen to and dance to this song when no one's there because you don't want anybody seeing that you like this song. That's kind of part of like all of this is that you don't want people to see and know that. It is a banger. It absolutely is.
But isn't that also
maybe in his head he's thinking about it in a sense that I wouldn't want anybody to know that me, this type of guy, likes this song.
Yeah, well, I just think it's kind of tonal irony.
I think it is too, but then I think it is very, very real to who he is.
Yeah.
In his mind.
No, that's true. It's a little bit of a confession to a certain extent.
Yeah, the rhythm of my life is dancing to shit like this and really being that.
So what do I pick? Do I pick something that maybe
dance like nobody's watching?
I mean, that is exactly that's the whole scene. That is the scene.
It's the whole movie.
I don't know. I'm gonna probably pick something really basic that I just really love, but also I don't have any shame. You have seen me many, many times. I do not care about anything but what I'm doing in the moment. Can you imagine me being repressed?
I got to tell you this, and this is
what would that even look like?
There's stuff out there, guys. We've shared the dance floor together, Erik, me, and many times.
There are videos and photos that could ruin me.
And everything. Correct. And yet, I'm more casual. Erik knows this. I'll dance a little bit, but I'm not a really big.
Oh, I love getting down on the floor.
You've got the white man's
overbite
for sure, buddy.
Yeah.
But like
Erik, just at a wedding this past weekend, I was tearing it up.
You're at another wedding?
Yeah. I got on stage.
Everybody's like fucking.
Let me guess. Did they play like Bruno Mars?
Oh my God. They played. It was the worst playlist.
Did they play the Ed Sheeran?
I'm talking Sweet Caroline.
There we go. Did they play Suleiman? No, they probably did not.
Suleiman? We got to start this wedding off with Suleiman.
Exactly.
For all you listeners out there, you'll understand that in anything. Yes. But you'll understand that when Song Sun Blue comes out in a couple weeks. But anyway, Erik, to his point, he is completely 100%. And it would be a bummer. If I'm going to like a club with Erik, I would actually be visibly angry with him if he was just like, yeah, so like, what's going on? Yeah, this club's really popping tonight. No, he's like, fuck it, let's go, let's do it, and that's why he's the best. He's the best in the world. Jay,
yeah,
I'll bring it to life.
Yeah, and
I just want to be real about it, and it would obviously be Madonna, so it would probably be Into the Groove.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, because I've seen you actually dance to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a great song. That's a great song. Jay, what would you pick?
Creed.
Wait, I've heard you sing Creed in a car.
Yeah. What's that one called? Hold me now.
Arms Wide Open, or what is that?
Maybe 6 feet
from the edge.
And I'm thinking.
Last Breath.
Yeah, Last Breath. Yeah. Maybe 6 feet.
Last breath.
I mean, that song kind of appropriate for this ending too. If you think of it like that, I'm just
trying to think of what like 90s pop dance song.
Erik, what would I pick?
What would you pick to dance to?
Yeah, what would you think that I would pick?
The end of your life?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know, probably something from Wilco.
No.
You would just do it anyway. You'd be like, no one's gonna dance to this, so I'm gonna dance to it.
I just watched Silence of the Lambs again. I would repurpose Goodbye Horses.
Goodbye Horses?
Yeah, I would pull a.
Would you tuck?
That should be in the clubs a whole lot more than it is.
It is a banger.
It is a banger.
It's a fucking great song.
And it should be like gay people should reclaim it. Right? Mm-hmm. Like we should be reclaiming this shit.
Yes.
Like we didn't like it at the time, but like let's reclaim it. Because
I don't know. Gay people were stupid in 1991.
But we do it a lot with so much shit.
It's too much. I don't like Basic Instinct. I don't like Silence of the Lambs. Just fucking unclench. Jesus.
I would be basic. I would do Let's Dance by David Bowie. That's the right choice.
Excellent choice.
Yeah.
Excellent choice.
I would do Fade Into You. Just the saddest version.
Oh my God. I want Jay to do an interpretive dance to On the Nature of Daylight. That's what I want. I want to see that.
I'm scrolling through my Spotify.
Can I do? Would be the other backup would be Here Comes the Rain Again from the Eurythmics.
Okay. Yeah. Also would require some interpretive dancing.
Yes, it would.
Like the boys do in this.
And I would need some strobe lights. I feel like that's for the
absolutely.
Like it's
sorry, epileptics.
Yeah. We put a disclaimer.
Warning on
we
there.
Put a disclaimer at the beginning of the film, and I think that
exactly.
Actually,
what? If I had to if it was like this is Jay's version of that song, it would be MGMT Kids. That's what it would be.
Okay.
Wow.
That's what
I'm
it would be.
surprised he didn't do like Electric Eel. Or
That would be
something.
my internal
That's
existential crisis song.
That's a
Kids.
very Emerald Fennell pick. I like that.
Yeah.
I approve.
That's why I love her so much.
Fall in love again.
Yeah.
And
That's why I
again,
love her
fall
films
in
so
love
much.
Again and again. You're excited. You're getting excited for that Wuthering Heights, aren't you, Jay?
Boy, oh boy, let me just tell you.
What if it's good?
That's
It's
what I
gonna be
said to
good.
you, and you blew me off.
It's going to be
I
good.
what?
She hasn't made a bad film.
Well,
Wait, let's back that up. Back that up.
yeah. Back up.
What was that? What was
What-
that?
what, Jay?
You
Blew
did
what off?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
He just came right in his face.
It's the rhythm of the night. Oh yeah.
That was kind of giving like Paul Dano vibes.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I was
surprised.
going for. I
I'm
was going
surprised
for a
Jay
Dano.
didn't pick Rick Ashley or something like that. Thought that he would just
Why?
be like-
Because he's constantly trolling.
yeah. Well, no, because his haircut kind of looks a little like it. Right
Oh,
now.
it is a little bit.
Yeah, it's a
a
little.
little Astley-esque.
Yeah. Never gonna
Little
give. Yeah. No. God, I don't remember what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something off of somebody's tangent.
I don't know.
And then-
Masterpiece.
Masterpiece is
incredible
really
film.
good. Eric, do you have anything else to say about the film?
I think.
Great
think
answer.
Yes. It was. This was still relatively early in my figuring out what cinema was and what my tastes were and why I liked things. So it's formative in that sense in a lot of ways. And I think it can be pretty formative for anyone that is really kind of starting out. I would probably start with this even over Chocolat. And I'm usually very much a chronological person. I will tell somebody start at the beginning. But I don't know. I think I would maybe do this, but it's her best film by a long shot in a career with some really interesting, good films. So I think either way, once you see this, you will have seen the best Claire Denis film. And that's okay.
Yeah. No, I think that it's always the toughest thing, right? When we're doing these series sometimes, because the best film doesn't mean that it's going to be the most uninteresting conversations we're going to have with these other films. So, dear listener, if you're listening, stay with us because we've got.
I can't wait to hear the High Life conversation.
You mean a movie that we like absolutely fucking love and can't wait to talk about again?
Hell yes.
And I can't wait to talk about it with our guests on that week. That's going to be such a wonderful episode. But it is always interesting when the best movie is up at the top of the series. I mean, we did that technically last time with the Hughes brothers when their first film is their best film. And so it's and that's, but it doesn't mean that the journey is not interesting. But it is also just so fascinating. This movie too, Criterion, who has the majority of her films on either their streaming platform or within the collection itself, have done a really great job of a restoration for this thing. And my God, I would love nothing more than for this to get a 4K, because it is truly also, if anything, one of the most beautiful films you're going to see, and everything. But
Landscapes to me on a small budget. She gets those exterior. Loves a horizon.
She loves a horizon.
That's what Chocolat is about, after all.
Exactly. That's exactly what it's about, buddy. Indeed. Jay?
Yeah.
How you doing, man? You doing all right?
I'm doing great.
Okay. All right. You ready to answer some questions?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably about the Oscars.
Yeah.
It feels like this is going to be a short round.
Well, you don't know, and that seems. I mean, we're not talking about Indiana Jones, so thank you very much.
We didn't talk about them a lot with the Hughes brothers.
Yeah, we didn't really. Jay, before we get out of here, we're going to test your award season knowledge based on the film we just reviewed, Beau Travail. In a segment we like to call "It's an Honor to Get Nominated." Now we talked about it. This was a celebrated film, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Big film. Big film in history. But was it nominated for any Academy Awards?
I think the fact that I didn't know which year it was eligible for would imply that it was not nominated.
Jay Ledbetter. You are correct.
The crowd goes wild.
Unfortunately, it was not nominated for any Academy Awards. It would be eligible, Erik, for the year of 2000 films, not 1999. So that would be the 2001 ceremony, where Erik, you want to say it for what won Best Picture, Erik?
At the 2001 ceremony?
Yeah.
Gladiator.
There you go. That's all I wanted to hear right there, folks. Yes, Gladiator, which we've talked about before. It beat Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Aaron Brockovich, Traffic, and Jay. It beat Chocolat.
Chocolat.
There you go. And not the Claire Denis Chocolat, but the other Chocolat.
I like that movie. I think it's fun.
You like the Chocolat, the Depp film?
Yeah, I do think it's pretty good.
Okay. Erik, do you like Chocolat? The Depp film?
Charming.
Which one?
The Johnny Depp.
The Depp? No, fuck no.
Yeah,
I hate that movie.
What if
why,
it's Hound
Erik,
Dan's
why
chocolate?
do you hate that movie? I actually genuinely, I'm not trying to get a bit. I have actually always wondered why people hate this movie so much. It does, and let me ask you the follow-up already, so let me just ask it now. Why do you hate this movie, and is it because its nomination for Best Picture is a part of that equation?
I've got the answer.
Oh.
So, yeah, I mean, it's twofold.
Too charming.
I don't think... I think it is a cloying and silly movie.
Very saccharine?
And
okay.
The fact that it's got what it got, which is completely at the
that's why I think you hate
of
it.
the Weinstein machine at the time.
Yeah, there you go. See, all it is like a cute, fun movie, but it was taken too seriously.
Yeah, it's not. It isn't good enough as a cute, fun movie to be in this group, especially this group. Holy shit!
Holy fucking shit! Though it made $153 million on a $25 million budget.
Chocolat.
Yeah, that's when people went to the movies.
Yeah,
adult dramas could make that kind of money.
Gladiator.
He hates chocolate.
He hates it, but you know what? He's got a heart of gold by the end,
like a hooker.
And Judi Dench, she's a little firecracker.
She sucks.
Gladiator, $103 million budget, $446 at the box office. Crouching Tiger,
buku bucks, and plus every father in America was required to buy the DVD.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon
by law
made for $17 million, made $214 million at the box office. Aaron Brockovich, $52 million budget, made $256 million at the box office.
It's kind of crazy that movie had a $52 million budget.
Traffic.
Awesome.
Well, half of that was Robert salary.
Erin herself.
Well, and the other
if Aaron Eckhart is.
I hear you get 20 a picture now.
$48 million budget for Traffic, and it made $208 million.
Think about those numbers.
These all made money.
I mean, that is insane.
Hey, you know, Billy Elliot was nominated for Best Picture, and it was on a $5 million budget and made $110 million. Let's look at like all these movies.
No, he was nominated for Best Director.
Or Best Director, I mean. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, look at this.
When Stephen Daldry made good movies.
When Bob Zemeckis made good movies, because this is when Castaway came out, made $90 million budget, 400.
Say it right.
Oh, Cast Away.
Cast Away.
Cast Away. And $90 million budget made $430 million worldwide. This is fucking insane. You just look at all of them. Quills. No, that
stinks.
$13.5 million budget.
Yeah, that is not a good movie.
Yeah, that's not a good movie, buddy.
You can count on me though, man. There's some good stuff here. That Best Picture lineup, honestly, not that good.
Movie,
but
good movie.
Good.
Wait,
I like.
I don't think the Best Picture lineup is that good.
Oh, you don't think a lineup that includes Traffic and Crouching Tiger is
Aaron Brockovich too?
Yeah, I'm not a huge Traffic guy. I'm not a huge Traffic guy. Crouching Tiger and Aaron Brockovich, stone cold banger classics. Gladiator is like pretty good. Chocolat, I think, is charming. It's like a 7 out of 10 lineup probably. I understand the Gladiator thing. Don't get
you
me
got
wrong.
like movies like You Can Count on Me, Almost Famous, A Brother with Arthur, Wonder Boys. Yes,
great movie. Gay.
Shadow of Vampires. There. Requiem for a Dream. If you're into that,
I was proud of myself when we did this year for the pod. I watched every single one of these nominated movies.
What did we get Best Picture to, Jay?
Brockovich?
No, we didn't. We gave it to a movie not nominated. We gave it to Bamboozled.
Oh, that was Bamboozled was this year. That's right.
Yes. Jay's favorite film, Space Cowboys, was this year.
I would give this
Emperor's New Groove,
director, actor. As far as nominations are concerned, picture, director, actor, screenplay, adapted, foreign language film.
You know what? One of your favorite films nominated here is though, and won Best Makeup. How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. Erik, what do you think of How the Grinch Stole Christmas from Ron Howard?
Fuck that movie, except for Christine Baranski, who is absolutely iconic in it.
Makeup design on that movie is insane, to be fair.
It's fine.
But The Cell,
cinematography, editing.
They nominated The Cell for makeup. That's a great nomination.
It should have gotten costumes.
Yeah, how did it not get costumes? His movies are always getting nominated for costumes.
That is a movie I have not seen.
You haven't seen The Cell?
Feels like a movie I would like.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
It's like pure visual.
Yeah.
Craziness.
And,
some would say that's
Jennifer Lopez does her best to derail with just being Jennifer Lopez, but
just like that Spider-Woman movie.
Vincent D'Onofrio is really good, though.
Spider-Woman.
Oh my God. How is it real? That movie feels like the Simpsons monorail fucking musical. Ugh.
I don't understand how people were like, she's genuinely good. Because I've watched
not good.
The new one?
In the Spider-Woman.
Oh, some people like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the one actor in it.
What's his name?
I don't remember what his name is. I've been saying it wrong all year.
Yeah, you do.
I would give this
What's his name?
And Best Director win.
Erik, what's his name? Help me out.
Tonatiuh.
Tonatiuh.
It's not Tua because it's Tiu.
Okay, so Tonatiuh?
So it's just like two. It's like two. Yes, Hawktua stars in Kiss of the Spider-Woman.
We were talking about Hawktua.
Well, if Hawktua is kissing people, please, hopefully she rinsed the mouth.
Y'all surely saw that thing where the girl who did a scene in the
like the fake bit
Glenn Powell football show.
Was that real or was that a fake? Was that a fake?
Yeah, she's in the pilot episode as herself with one scene.
Wait, so but was
the girl actually replaced by Hawktua?
I don't think so. I think it was a full comedic bit.
That was a good bit if she did.
She was really into it. Yeah.
I thought it was real. You never know these days. We live in a post-truth world.
Well, she's actually the guest on the White Material episode as Hawktua Girl.
Hawktua Girl?
Yeah, in a couple weeks.
And Tilly Norwood.
Well, at least Hawktua Girl's real.
Is she though? Feels like a conspiracy.
Well, they're actually sisters. So anyway,
did you buy her Bitcoin? Kind of feels like you would.
Hawktua coin?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm holding it. I think it's coming back.
I think I feels like that feels right.
I think the bounce back is coming.
All right. Okay. I think this episode's seen its fucking limits now. Good Lord. Erik, thank you so much for coming on and talking about Beau Travail.
Hell yeah.
And
Guys being dudes.
Just dudes being dudes. In the locker room, out of the locker room. Just men with men. Erik, can you tell everybody where they can find you and all your work on the internet, and give the listeners out there a recommendation for the week for something for them to go and watch? It could be something new, something old, like yourself. Whatever.
Wow. You can find me and all of my work at awardswatch.com. On socials, it's AwardsWatch everywhere except for Twitter, which is awards_watch. Please sign up for the newsletter. It is just the beginning of grind time for award season, or really kind of in it since it begins so long ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot to look at, to read, to watch. And if I'm going to recommend something, I am going to recommend actually, I don't know when this is coming out.
The week of November. We are on the week of November 20th, my friend. So
all right, perfect. Then if you haven't already started hate watching it, please start hate watching All's Fair on Hulu, because that show is a piece of shit. But it's worth watching as a slow motion train and car wreck if they both collided into a giant toilet. Please watch it.
I don't think you can get a better recommendation for something. It's truly one of the worst television shows I've seen in a long time. And yet, you should watch it because it's fun. Jay, same drill, buddy.
Yeah. Letterboxd, J Ledbetter. Twitter, where I am currently on private, at Mr. J Ledbetter.
Are you on private?
Job stuff.
Oh, okay.
What else?
I just thought you were switching
on the website, Running Man. Go read that.
Yes,
many people are calling it the best review in years.
It's honestly one of your better reviews. Many people are calling
it better than the movie.
Honestly, yes, it is. Correct.
Recommendation of the week. I have not watched anything good recently. I am going to recommend Trader Joe's snack mix. Really been loving that. Been tearing that up.
What's in it?
Oh, it's got pretzels, it's got peanuts.
Chocolate?
No chocolate. This
is chocolate.
Pure salty. This is pure salty.
Pure salt. Okay. Salt beer.
No chocolat?
No chocolat.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you.
Not a real Claire Denis fan, are you?
Well, that left too big of an impact. I can't think about it. It was so devastating, such a devastating work. I'm going to look it up because I can't remember the name. And Trader Joe's snack
fucking
mix.
Christ.
This is what kind of nuts in there?
All right, it's called Many Things Snack Mix. Honey roasted peanuts, spicy and honey butter cereal squares, corn sticks, pretzels, and savory bread chips.
That sounds right up Erik's alley, honestly.
It is out of this world.
That sounds like a carb overload, so I'll go and get that immediately.
That's like your lunch for a week.
That sounds really good.
Erik does this thing where he only eats like nuts or little chips for lunch when we're hanging out at film festivals, and I'm like, I need a meal. Like,
well, all I need is carbohydrates just to get me through the day.
Yeah, but then
I drink my carbohydrates at night.
Empty calories.
That's my middle name.
That's the name of the game.
My memoir.
Empty Calories by Erik Anderson. Can't wait to read that on shelves at Barnes & Noble this fall.
Empty calories in French is calories vides.
Ooh.
So if Claire Denis made a bread movie, that's what it would be called.
Yeah, but it would probably be like the best bread movie because French bread's the best bread, period, in a story.
I would love to watch a Claire Denis movie about somebody getting bread. I think that sounds wonderful.
Yes. That sounds just fucking delightful.
Mm-hmm.
And we need more delightful films out there. Honestly, that sounds more like a premise of a Kelly Reichardt film of anything, to be fair. And
First Bread.
First Bread. No, Last Loaf.
Mm.
Yeah, Last Loaf. It's about a retiring baker played by Hong Chow.
Oh, you guys are talking about Bread. Okay.
What were you talking about?
Totally on something else.
I got it earlier.
Oh, right. Okay. Anyway. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, Blue Sky, at Ryan McQuade 77. You can find all my work here at awardswatch.com. If you like podcasts, we have them that come out on Mondays. That's the main show. We also have editors episodes that pop up here, there, everywhere throughout award season. iTunes, Spotify, 5-star reviews. We greatly appreciate it. While you're over on the website, sign up for the newsletter. Erik releases them on Wednesdays and Fridays. It's the best place to get all our news, reviews, festival stuff from past. Also great, to get all the award season stuff, interviews. There's tons of interviews on the site. Erik just talked to George Clooney. I talked to Tiana Taylor. Sophia's talking to Renata Reinsveld. Like, we've got a lot of stuff coming out.
That's the dream.
That's the dream right there, guys. So go and click on the website, sign up for the newsletter. You can get it all sent to you all in one place twice a week when Erik
remembers. Sub in for Renata Reinsveld if you want.
Oh, you want... Wait, so you interview her or you get interviewed by Sophia?
No, I interview Renata Reinsveld.
Okay. Well, the interview's already been done.
Yeah.
But
I could probably do it better.
Recommendation of the week. I'm just going to recommend a movie that I think is really good and is releasing this Thanksgiving. And I think a lot of people should go see it in the theaters and make up their own mind and decide whether or not it's a villain or not. And that's Hamnet from Chloe Zhao. I think that it's one of the best films of the year. I think that anyone that writes articles disingenuously saying otherwise should be stoned in the street.
That's about the pig internet, correct?
Yes. Definitely the person who wrote that's a pig. But I think Hamnet's a beautiful film. I think Paul Mescal and especially Jessie Buckley are absolutely wonderful in it. I think it's up there with some of the best work that Chloe Zhao has done. It's one of the best films of the year. Don't know how you couldn't like it. Maybe if you don't like it, there's something wrong with you. And maybe you're just sick in the head or sick in the body.
Fired.
Or,
I think a lot of people have, I think it's been slightly mixed.
Well, some people just don't know how to season their food. So, go out there and watch Hamnet because it's a rich meal of beauty. So there you go. Thank you all so much for listening to this episode.
I will still talk to Renata Reinsveld, even off the record.
Okay. Well,
not with a restraining order in place.
Yeah. Not with that weird attitude behind it. I'll be back next week to talk about the next film in our Claire Denis series. I think it's 35 Shots of Rum. I don't know if Jay will. He might be in prison. So thank you all so much for listening, and we'll see you all next time.